Hey guys, this is Nod Lammers from Invoked 101, and today we're taking a look at the Fluffal deck that I have updated. There's a few new cards in here, specifically in the Link Monster area. It's a little bit better, and yeah, I just kind of wanted to show it off for you guys and kind of just get your thoughts on the updated variant of the deck before, I don't know, I just wanted to kind of show this deck off. So without further ado, let's get into the main deck monsters. So the monster lineup has changed quite a bit. We'll zoom in just a little bit, and it starts off with 3 Fluffal Dog. This guy is your searcher. He searches out a Fluffal or Edgemp Sabers card on normal summon or special summon, yeah, from the hand, so that's pretty good. He's pretty lit. He's one of the 3 ofs. Next up is 3 Bear. Bear is the guy who you discard and set a toy vendor. You can tribute him from the field to add a poly, but that never really comes up. And then 3 Penguin, because Penguin is able to special summon a Fluffal out of the hand. He is kind of an extender, plus he can help go into rank 4s, but I don't really run very many rank 4s in this deck, so. Before Master Rule 4, you did run some, so. That's it for the 3 of guys. For the 2 of, we only have 1 2 of. That's Owl. He is a poly. He also searches polymerization. So, yeah, he's pretty good. Pay 500, fuse a monster. Yeah, he's just overall all right. And for our 1 ofs, we have a bunch of 1 ofs. 1 Octo for Banish Recovery. I like him because he's an octopus. 1 Fluffal Cat. She recovers polymerization when she's used. Sheep, this comes up every now and then, and this is for the draw engine that Fluffals can do, so yeah. Just a couple little small choices for the Fluffals. And then we have the Edgemps. I am playing 2 Sabers. I got rid of my commons. I don't know what happened to them. But yeah, supers are fine. So 2 Sabers. I know some people are like, well, you should only play 1. I like playing 2. 2 Chain. Because I only have 2, but a lot of people really like Chain, so. But I am playing 2. And then lastly for the monsters, I am playing 3 King of the Swamp to search Poly and to replace the Edgemps. So, yes. Add that back up, and that's it for the monsters. Going into the spells and traps, we have 3 Toy Vendor. This card is amazing. It's your discard, it's your drawer. Lets you special summon a Fluffal if you add it. It's really good. You can also kind of rig this using Sabers, so yeah. And then I run 2 Frightfur Fusion. It's a Miracle Fusion, but for Frightfurs, so that's pretty good. I do run 2 Polymerization and the 1 Fusion sub for the recovery effect, so that's pretty good. 2 Instant Fusion. This is for a play that I'll show you guys in a little bit. This does have some niche application. 1 Suture Rebirth for kind of like a pseudo Monster Reborn in the deck, even though Monster Reborn's that one. 1 Frightfur Factory in case I don't have the polymerization or it's dead or whatever like that. 1 Soul Charge to charge the soul. 1 Monster Reborn because we can never have too much comeback ability. And lastly, 1 Dark Hole for the board wipe. So yeah. I know that was kind of a lot that I went through there at the end, but yeah, it's kind of just your basic extra spell card lineup at the end there, so yeah. I like the instant fusions. I'll actually show you what those are used for when the video is starting to come to a close. And for the traps, there's only 2 traps in the entire deck, and that is 2 Bottomless Trap Hole, because this could be Torrential, these could be Solemns, probably should be Strikes or Judgment and a Warning, so pick what ones you want. Just traps. Could even be more spell cards. So we do have a 15 card extra deck here, and I'm just gonna kind of go through it. 3 Sheep, because this is our instant fusion target. Sheep is pretty dope. I do like it. Yeah, it's level 5. It's an instant fusion target. It helps you get started with some of. This helps you go into some other stuff. Like this helps you go into what's it called? The Sabertooth lets you go into that, and then it also helps you go into some of your Link monsters. And yeah, so That's why we run 3, it's because instant fusion is kind of important. I'm only running 1 tiger because I only have the 1 currently, but yeah, if I got a second one, I would bump it up to 2 and I'd take out one of the other cards. I'd probably take out one of the 2 wolves because wolf is not as good as he used to be anymore. I run 2 because that's, I'm just filling the extra deck right now. But yeah, 2 wolf, because he does come up every now and then. One who I do like running at 2 is 2 Kraken. Kraken is freaking amazing. He doesn't need any specific edge imp or fluffal card. He just, he hits the board and he can swing twice, and he's then swaps the defense position, and he has a 3k booty, and once he can't attack directly if you do this, but he can send a card to the graveyard just for free, which is amazing. I love that. And then next up we have Fright for Daredevil. He's the burn card of the entire deck. He's kind of the odd one out. My friend got me this as a present, and so I've just been using him because he's good. He's also generic. He doesn't need any specific things to go into. So like I said, you kind of need instant fusion to kind of go into this guy. It helps go into this guy at least. And then he can revive it right back. Sabretooth is amazing. He needs a Fright for monster to go into him, a Fright for fusion monster to go into him. But he's totally worth it. He gives all the Fright Furs a boost. He summons a Fright Fur back whenever he's special summoned. He's amazing. Just one of the best ones. That's it for our fusion monsters. So yeah, and I'll show off some other things. For our link monsters now, these link choices aren't the most optimal, but these are the ones that I like. I'm running 1 Underclock Taker because I think he's really good. I'm running 1 Mrs. Radiant because this has a lot of earths in it and you can make her. I'm running 1 Master King Archfiend because there are a lot of fiends and he does help with some plays that I'll talk about in a little bit. And 1 Decode Talker because you can make him and he's just the best Link 3 out there, so yeah. So the ones that I have gone into the most are these ones right here. These are the 3 that I usually go into. I've barely made this guy, but usually if I want to just get some extra attack, I'll convert one of these to, probably him, into this one, so that's usually how it happens. Because if I have these 2, it doesn't matter if I make him or not. So I'll show you some plays that you can do to get Master King Archfiend on board. It's really simple, and it's kind of one of the reasons that you play Instant Fusion. So you're gonna just need Instant Fusion and any one of the Edge Imps because they're all fiends. So just any one of these. And I think Chain is the best one because I'm pretty sure he gets his effect off if, yeah, from hand or field to the grave. So basically, essentially how this works, and if it's kind of it's a bit of a combo. Let me actually check one thing real quick. And it gets better the more cards you have. So if you have a, let's say, what could it be? What could it be? It doesn't really matter because you can actually, you can do this. So what, it does kind of suck the way that you have to do it though. What you can do is you can go Instant Fusion, Instant Fuse out the Sheep, normal summon the Chain, and then you can link them off into Master King Archfiend. Where did he go? Link them off into Master King Archfiend, who's up here, I don't know. And then Chain's effect will activate to search a Fright Fur card, and you can search Fright Fur Fusion. You can activate Fright Fur Fusion, banish your Chain and your Sheep, and you don't get the most value out of this, but it does get you something, and summon Sabretooth. So that is a way you can do it. I don't think he can activate, yeah, his effect doesn't really go off in this deck, which does kind of suck, but that is how you can kind of turn one out, a Link monster, and that was only 2 cards. So real quick, he does come up more than you would think, so that's the reason he's in here. Mrs. Radiant doesn't really come up too much. She comes up whenever, like, because what sucks is that you can't, Penguin's a water, so the most you can really do is go like, Penguin, summon this, and then make Underclock Taker, so, you know, that's alright. But yeah. And let's just kind of like restack everything and, you know, make it look nice. Because we're all about that professionalism here. But yes, that has been my my updated Fluffal deck. Mostly just for the extra deck. It does play quite a bit differently in the main though, like with all the new cards and such. It does play a bit differently, so. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, if you have any recommendations for this deck on how I can improve it, tell me down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.